If you have any questions, the ambassadors are wearing teal stoles. Today's flowers are for Anne Wang. Happy 25th wedding anniversary on 12/2 from Ethan, Ben, Asher, and Roger. Congratulations. Beautiful flowers, yay. All righty, thanks. We have, what? Asher is the dog. They're even from the dog, if you can, it's perfect. Yeah. Is he? Oh, he's here today. Oh, my goodness. Oh, hi, Asher. Yay. Yay, Asher. Good to see you. All righty. Okay, I'm just going to go play with the dog. Y'all just talk amongst yourselves. Thanks. No, we're good. All righty. So we generally have choir rehearsals after service. There's no choir rehearsal today because they're singing today. So if you want to join the choir, though, every other Sunday just about, there's a choir rehearsal, 11:30 to 12:30. The choir is Hearts and Harmony Choir, directed by our lovely Mary Kerrigan. And come back, baby. We're not there yet. Lovely Mary Kerrigan. And they welcome everybody. You can even not be able to carry a tune in a bucket, and they'll welcome you. They will welcome you, okay? You are welcome to come. And they actually sound really good. You'll hear them today. All right, our next slide is Science and Spirituality Study Group. That happens every third Wednesday, and their next book is called Reconnecting to the Source. Feel free to jump in there. It's hybrid now, okay? And then our last but not least, we are doing a food outreach program, collection for Food Share. Today is the last day that we're collecting. You'll see that we have many, many items up here, some behind the counter here that you can't even see. Y'all were so generous this time. Thank you so much. Let's give each other a round of applause. Now, I think we may be loading Gail's car after the service. So if you're interested in helping carry some non-perishables out to the street with Gail, see her. She's not here right now, but she will be. She's tall, she's blonde, can't miss her. All righty. I think that's all I have for right now. So let's go ahead and call Bill forward, and he will lead us in a youth message. There you go. Thank you. Oh, look at that. Isn't that cute? Yeah.
My cue. Good morning. Oh, my help. Come on down,
Yay.
guys.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
So, good morning.
Good morning.
Reverend Bonnie said, I'm Bill Hadris with Youth and Family. So I'll start with our quote. Maybe? Oh, there it goes. Life is ever giving of itself. We must receive, utilize, and extend the gift. So, what have you guys given?
Money.
You gave money? Wow, who'd you give money to?
My brother.
Your brother? Nice. How did that make you feel?
Good.
Yeah? What's that?
My brother did too.
Your brother felt good too?
And no, he did the same thing back. And then he did the same thing back.
Oh, he gave you money back? Nice.
And then I gave him a Lego set.
Oh, wow. That's a lot of giving. How about I let him talk? Do you think his story will be the same? Yeah, nice.
I don't know what to say.
You don't know what to say? Sometimes that's best. Silence is golden, huh? Yes. Well, sounds like you all got it down already. But for everyone else, I believe there's 3 kinds of giving. Transactional. I get to get something when I give something for it, something I want to get in return. I'll give something for something else. Conditional. I'll give to make things the way I want it. I want control in my giving, right? And then there's a third kind. Gracious.
Oh.
Oh, you want to say it?
Gracious.
Gracious giving. Nice. And there, we're just spreading joy and sharing heaven with all those around us. Basically, you give and expect nothing. It feels really good. So what kind of giving did you guys do?
With money.
With money. Okay. What do you think?
Transactional.
It was transactional?
Alrighty.
Nice.
And Legos.
And Legos.
And
Very
Legos.
good. Well, very fun. Well, excellent. Maybe next time, try one of the others. See what happens. See how it makes you feel. So with that, I invite you all to repeat after me. I am a gift to the world.
I am a gift to the world.
And so it is.
And so it is.
Thank you.
you, Mr. Bill. Appreciate it. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. See ya. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. All right. We have Mark, who is our practitioner today, and he will lead us in prayer.
I invite the practitioners and ministers to stand, please, and help us anchor in this prayer in the divine. And so knowing that there is only one life, one Lord, one energy, creator of all things, seen and unseen. Knowing that this divine energy is as intimate, as loving as a mother, as a father, holding their own child. So I know this for me, that I am deeply loved, and so I know that for each and every one of us gathered here today, that we are deeply loved, and this experience of warmth and kindness. And so I know that this service has also blessed everything that is here, that is said, that is spoken, the words, the songs, exactly what we need to hear for our edification and our growth. I'm so thankful for each and every one of us gathered here. I am so thankful for the people in our lives, for every growth opportunity that we have. I plant my word deep within the mystery of the law and love, knowing that we are whole, perfect, and complete. And together we say,
And so
And
it is.
so it is.
And so it is. Thank you, Mark. And so it is, and so we allow it to be as we breathe together. Breathing together as one, knowing that we are engaging in the breath and the heartbeat of the world, of the cosmos. That truly there is this glorious presence, this energy, this life, this law, that which is. And it infuses everything. It is infinite and omnipresent, meaning that there cannot be a spot where it is not. And so we are one with that energy. It goes by many names: I am, God, Spirit, Love. Today we call it I Am, as we sing about this presence that infuses everything, but also is so deeply infused in us, as us, through us. And so we sing this song together. We sing it to remember for ourselves, but also we remember that there is only one of us. So as we sing this song for ourselves, we sing it for others, we sing it for the cosmos. As we sing this song for the cosmos and for others, we sing it for ourselves. Let us join together in singing together, I am remembering who I am. Let us awaken together. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering who I am. infinite love. I am remembering. I am remembering. I am awareness. I am remembering who I am. I am awakening. I am remembering. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering who I am. Let us rest in that blissful, aware, awake energy, energized by our singing together in this beautiful space with these sacred beings that sit near us. Let us remember who we are, and then breathe in deeply, and then exhale, bringing that awareness to our open-eyed state, opening our eyes as love, and in service to what is, as it is, and so it is. Just this way, tap, like right here, right there, right there. Okay, thank you. Appreciate it. A little forward. Yeah. I love bossing these young men around. Super fun. Yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you, Peter. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. All right, y'all. So let me put this someplace. Give me a sec. Don't distract me. Okay. Okay, so we're starting today with a few words from Bill Seal, practitioner emeritus. Let's call Bill up and give him some love. Whoa.
I'm live. Good morning.
Good morning.
This past week, Reverend Bonnie asked me to speak a few words about Veterans Day and Veterans Week. And on Tuesday, the day of celebration for that, I gathered Greg Mikulski, Ed Lynch, and myself, and we joined Bob Conway out in Fillmore for their celebration of a parade and honoring all the veterans. Didn't matter what campaign we served in or what branch. And then we went over to the middle school and we had a free luncheon. But most importantly, we were able to connect with other veterans and share our stories and bond. And it was nice to be recognized and honored in that way. In a direct contrast of the way I was honored when I came home from Vietnam and walking through the airport at San Francisco. It wasn't a pleasant words. It wasn't welcome home, brother. It wasn't thank you for your service. It was some derogatory comments that weren't so nice, but it was done from misinformation. I'll just call it that. Mm-hmm. And then I came home and my journey began to heal. It took me a while to find those steady legs to stand up, and it was really when I first came here, starting in 1999. And then taking the classes and going to practitioner training and other classes like Susan Burrell's class that she put on a couple years ago that I partook of from a book called Energy in Action from Sherry Ann and Moore. And like many of you have taken classes here, we've grown from them. And there was just 4 words that shifted my world. Notice, observe, allow, and receive. Mm-hmm. That changed so many things within my heart, within my observing other veterans. And there are other veterans here within this audience right now. In fact, if you go out to the social hall after class or after our service here, you'll notice a board with some of those veterans up there in their uniform. And for that, I'm truly grateful to call you my brothers. And incorporating my spiritual practice of my meditation, journaling, prayer, I've also taken it to a different level with veterans. And I make it a point, because of my negative experience, to turn it into a positive experience when I see a veteran wear a hat like my own or from a different campaign, or they might have a shirt on. I will go up to them and tell them, thank you for your service. Or, welcome home, brother or sister. And yes, there were ladies who served in Vietnam. Mm-hmm. And I honor those women as well. In fact, they have a statue near the wall in D.C. honoring the nurses who served. And there were 5 of those women that are up on the wall. I want to share one experience. Well, let me back up just a second. Most of the time when I greet a veteran, they say thank you and move on their merry way. But there are also experiences that I've had to be able to take it even to a deeper level. Not that I asked for it, but they were willing to open up and share. One such experience took place about 2 years ago when my brother was visiting from Colorado, and he was assisting me with the project, and we needed to take a trip over to our local Lowe's Home Improvement Center and pick up a part for what we needed. And as we entered down the aisle to go pick up our part, identify it, I noticed there was a Vietnam veteran right there, big, tall drink of water, with his wife, had a piece of whatever they were looking at to do their project, and I would have normally stopped and greeted him at that moment. But I didn't. My brother was all the way down the aisle, and I wanted to keep up with him. But within 10 feet of passing that veteran, Spirit spoke to me. Said, you turn around, you go back, and you greet that man, which I did. And he had a wicked sense of humor. He was, like I said, he was tall, drinking water. And I welcomed him home, and he did likewise. And he said, what branch of service were you in? You weren't part of that nefarious group called the Marines, were you? And I said, no, sir, I was U.S. Army. He says, well, I was an infantryman in Vietnam. And he says, what'd you do? And he had this sense of humor go on, joy in his eyes and a laugh on his face. And I said, I was a medic. And his complete demeanor shifted. He dropped his head like this. And he started to cry. He said, 56 years ago today, I was shot up, wounded severely, and left for dead. And it was a medic who reached out and saved my life. And I never got to say thank you to him. Could I thank you instead? And I said, absolutely. And I didn't expect what he did. He reached out and hugged me and held on to my shoulders. And he cried like a baby. And he repeated, thank you for saving my life. Thank you for not leaving me on the battlefield to die. I thank you so much for your service. That was a mic drop in itself. I didn't get that part. I turned around and walked out of the store, my brother towing behind me. I didn't say a word. Got in the vehicle, took off. And it wasn't about till the second or third traffic light I stopped. And I turned to my brother Carl and I said, Carl, you just never know the weight and the pain someone carries on their shoulders and in their heart. That man just unleashed a load of pain. And I'm grateful to be there for him. And there are many veterans here today that have served quietly and kept it to themselves. Whether they're here today, or out watching and observing, I would like you to rise right now so we can honor you. Any veteran, please stand up right now. Kevin, Greg, Bill, all of you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Philip, all of you. Welcome home, brothers.
Oh, brothers. Thank you, Bill. Yeah. It's going to take me a minute. Thank you, Bill. Really beautiful. Okay, looking at all of you sniffling and wiping your eyes. Oh, it's beautiful. What a great church this is. Okay, the talk this morning is a rich and rewarding experience, and I think we've just had one. And it's a line from this book that we're featuring this month, which is possibly next month too, which is called The Universe Always Says Yes, Yes, Yes by Frank E. Richelieu, who is a standard New Thought author from the olden days, somewhat olden days. And the quote that I chose was, "What goes forth from me permeates and circulates in the energy fields about me, forming my rich and rewarding experience." The truth is that anybody sitting here today can have a rich and rewarding experience. You deserve a rich and rewarding experience simply because you were born. So this talk is for anybody that wants to have an even greater, an even richer, an even more rewarding experience here on the planet Earth. Anybody who wants to feel good about themselves, feel better about themselves, feel better about what they're pouring into the world, what service they're giving to the world. Anybody who wants to honor the gifts that we have already been given simply because we were born. Joel Goldsmith said, God cannot give us anything because God has already given us everything. Anybody who wants to claim that everything and put it to good use, stretching into greater receiving and greater giving. One way that we can achieve greater giving and greater receiving is through service. What goes forth from me? Notice I have from in capital letters. What goes forth from me permeates and circulates in the energy fields about me, forming my rich and rewarding experience. It is so important for us to circulate. We were born to circulate. This analogy was given to me the other night when I was on a Zoom call with people from all over the world. Someone said our refusal to circulate is like if somebody gives you a big bushel of delicious fruit and you decide to save it for later. You know what happens then, right? The fruit gets moldy. Does anybody here have any gifts that are getting moldy by any chance that you're not circulating? Because if you circulate that fruit, it goes into your body and then it gives you energy to do good work in the world and spread it around. So we are here to circulate. And at the same time, sometimes we hear a should in service. Some people have been shamed into greater service. Some people shame themselves into greater service. I've talked at great length, you're probably getting tired of hearing this, about my comparing myself to Gandhi, okay? I also compare myself to Mother Teresa. And pretty much any other spiritual person, feeling like I'm not doing enough. Anybody here, right? Anybody here do that? They compare themselves, right? Back in the early days of this ministry here in the center, I used to think that in order to be of value, in order to be effective, I needed to sell all of my possessions and move to a hut in Guam and serve there. We did have a congregant that lived in Guam in a really nice house. She no longer attends here, but I don't think it's about me. Anyway, should is a substitute for not enough. We are so tempted to feel like somehow we're not doing enough, somehow we're not proving our worth to the universe and to God, but we can let go of that here this morning. We can let go of that. Instead of saying how we should serve, start to focus on how we could serve, how we could take our joy and express it. I'll tell you exactly how we could serve. And it's not my words, it's Howard Thurman. I'm going to paraphrase his famous quote that Howard Thurman says that we don't need to ask what the world needs. We ask what makes me come alive and then do that. Because the world needs people who come alive. How wonderful is that? That we get to come alive in our activity of service. Another great quote about service is from Pablo Neruda. Neruda said, "I learned the hard way. It's my earthly duty to spread my joy. And I do this through my song." Liz Galvin, singing a chant. There's Liz. That's right. And it's not necessarily a literal song. We all get to decide what our song is. Not everybody here is meant to be a singer. We're all meant to sing our song, though, through what it is that we offer to the world, what it is that we receive, and what it is that we give through us. Again, think about that fruit. We receive the fruits of God's gifts, and we get to circulate them in the world. And when we circulate, we experience them on an even deeper level. And maybe your song is something as simple and yet as rich as what Bill described today, of saying, "Welcome home, brother," or "Welcome home, sister," or any of the tiny acts of kindness that go on in our lives, doing them consciously and intentionally. Because the truth is that God created us, God created each of us, the universe created each of us, and spirit, he, she, whatever, there's no gender, never mind, they, whatever, has implanted gifts to express through each of us. And think if those gifts really, really want to express. Have any of you ever experienced walking on a sidewalk and a little tiny plant is sticking up, wanting to break through that concrete? That little tiny plant is like our gifts, wanting to break through the concrete of our resistance, wanting to share itself, wanting to live. Has anybody here ever pruned a plant, right? You prune a plant and you cut it back really hard. And I used to, when I first started, I can't really call myself a gardener, but I did work in a garden at a professional garden one time, and they had me prune the roses, and I cut them back, and I'm like, well, I just killed all the roses in the Duke Gardens, you know? Millions of people come every year to see these roses, and I just killed them all because I pruned them. Not so. They come back even stronger. And now that I am obligated to take care of my husband's garden, oh my goodness, there's so much pruning and so many things blooming when you prune stuff back. So it's that urge. It's also that thing that cats have. Like cats always want to expand their territory. Have you noticed that animals always want to get out? They always want to get out from wherever you have them. Even my box turtles, we've got box turtles, and they always want to get out They're creeping along trying to get out of the little pen we have them in. But that is the urge to express. And that urge that's in my plants, in my roses, in our, what was the first thing I said? Oh. In our cats, in the little plant pushing up through the concrete. All of that is that creative urge that's in the universe. And if it's in anything, it's in everything, and it's in each of us. There is some divine creative activity that is either already expressing through you or longs to express through you in a greater, grander, more wonderful way. You get to be here. You were cast in a divinely ordained role that only you can fill. You are uniquely ordained to do and to be what it is you are to do and be here on the planet Earth. I got this quote. It's a combination of Lynn Twist from one of her books and also Joanna Macy, who's a Buddhist teacher. And they said, souls are lining up, hoping to incarnate as you, to be part of this evolutionary adventure. This is a sacred time to be born, to be part of this evolutionary adventure. And imagine souls lining up. See all those people there? That's from a chorus line, right? And it reminds me, right? It reminds me of being back when I was living in New York and pursuing acting, and sometimes there would be an open call at Actors Equity, and you would go there, and the line for a really big show, like something like Les Mis or something, and the line would be snaking around the block. All of these actors lining up, wanting their part. God, I hope I get it. Line from from chorus line, right? Wanting this part. And just imagine when somebody decided to make somebody named you. Imagine all these people are like, oh God, I hope I get it, I hope I get it, you know? And the casting director's saying, we need somebody who's like really kind and has a good sense of humor, who works in hospitality sometimes, who's good at putting cookies out, and her name will be Elaine. And Elaine shows up and they say, well, what have you got? And Elaine says, well, I'm all of those things, right? Yeah? She got the part. She got the part. Elaine got the part. We're looking for somebody else now. We're looking for somebody with purple hair and glitter on her face, who's very kind, who wants to do good for others, and who's sweet and gentle. And her name is Rhina. Oh, Rhina, you got the part. Congratulations. And this is a kind of a secret one. I don't know if I hope this person approves that I tell this about them. But we have somebody, we're about to do our Christmas Eve service, right? We have somebody who, for 2 years in a row now, has volunteered to pick up the animal poop. And there she is. Patricia, thank you. I realize if you're new here, that might have seemed a little out of context, so we do have live farm animals on the stage at the service. And some of them are major poopage, right? Patricia told me recently, when she signed up to be the animal poop collector this year, she told me that she has actually purchased special equipment to fulfill her role. So be sure to ask her about that after the service, because I'm not sure if I even know what that is. So I'm thinking like a huge, like a leaf blower. Oh, is it a leaf blower? Blow it all over the sanctuary. Oh, goodness. So anyway, Patricia got that part of many, many other things, I'm sure, but also the professional poop picker-upper in our Christmas Eve service. So you got the part too, Patricia. Thank you for that. And will all of us think about what it is we are here to do? Will you live fully in that honor of being cast on this stage called Planet Earth, being cast as you? How wonderful it is. How wonderful it is. And will you refrain from treating it like moldy fruit, but just let it go into the world? So many of us put our lives on hold because we think we're not important. We think that it's not enough. We've got doubt, we've got fear, we've got worry. We think that the time isn't right. We think that unless I can do everything, I can't do anything. And I invite you with Frank Richelieu, who says, I refuse to congest the magnetic field with worry or fear. I allow a complete flow of energy and right ideas. And what we're talking about here today is right ideas. They're right ideas of the idea that we have something to do. And again, people get so intimidated thinking that they have to change the world in one fell swoop, but it's not about that at all. It's about going up to somebody wearing a hat, if that's yours to do, wearing a Vietnam hat and saying, thank you for your service. Welcome home, brother. It's whatever small act of goodness we can do, because those small acts of goodness add up magnificently. What happens, and what I loved about Bill's story, part of the magic of Bill's story, is that it really proved to me that there really is truly only one of us. The gentleman that Bill saw at Was it Lowe's, Home Depot? Lowe's, okay. Lowe's didn't actually get to thank the medic that served him, but he thanked Bill, and that was good enough. And I'm sure that that medic that served this gentleman was thanked on the other side, wherever he may be, the other side of the world, the other side of the veil. There is this reciprocity in service. You know, to me, I'm not sure if I'm prepared to explain this, but reciprocity is one of the most spiritual, one of the deepest principles ever, as far as I'm concerned. It's what I often say about as above, so below, as above. Giving and receiving are the same. Serving and being served are the same, because we receive through our service and we receive also through being served. And we give through service, and we give also through allowing ourselves to be served. I told you I couldn't explain it, okay? Here we go. But in this idea of circulation, it actually put to rest a phrase that I've struggled with for many years, and I've chatted with other people too, and it's that famous Emma Curtis Hopkins thing where she says, "There is a good for me, and I ought to have it. There is a good for me, and I ought to have it." And often I ask people about that, and I've experienced this myself. It's like, oh, that sounds so entitled. It sounds so demanding. It sounds like I may be taking something from someone else. It sounds greedy. But let me put it this way, okay? I got clear on this when I contemplated a rose. So there is a color for that rose, a beautiful color for that rose. Should the rose have that color? Yes. Well, thank you. Do you agree with David? Yes? Okay. The rose ought to have that beauty. The rose has a fragrance. Should the rose have that fragrance? Yes. Thank you. The rose ought to have that smell. Say with me now. Say after me now. There is a smell for me, and I ought to have it. I didn't hear you say it, people. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. There is a smell for me, and I ought to have it. Now turn to somebody sitting near you and say, there is a smell for you, and you ought to have it. Good job, y'all. Good job. Now I see Roger and come on, Anne are talking to the dog, so that works. Yeah, so if we want to say there is a good for you and you ought to have it, it's very much like how a rose should have its fragrance, a rose should have its color. Whatever has been imbued in you, given to you through Spirit, that is what you ought to have. It is a sacred obligation. It is a beauty that you get to have that so that you can share it around. You can spread it around. Because the rose doesn't hold on to its color and it doesn't hold on to its fragrance. It spreads it around. So you can do the same thing with your color and your fragrance. You can spread your smell around. You can spread your gifts around. You can spread your joy around. The real meaning of this is that there is a sacred obligation to have what is mine to express. And the paradox is that we get to have it more when we give it away. Holy crap, how paradoxical is that, right? We get to have it more when we give it away because we were made to circulate, and that is reciprocity. It is our sacred duty to participate in that flow. We were made to circulate. It is my sacred duty to experience the fullness of God so God can experience the fullness of me. So my suggestion for all of us today, I think everybody here, I'm assuming, wants their life to be meaningful, rich and rewarding, a rich and rewarding experience. And there is an innate desire to give, to serve, to find meaning, to receive, to contribute. I would suggest that we start looking at the ways in which we already serve. Sometimes when I'm struggling, thinking like my life doesn't have much meaning, I'm not really doing enough, I just make a list, a bedtime list of 5 ways that I've served others that day, 5 ways that I've served myself, 5 ways that I've served life. Any 5 ways of any of those things. And I'm always surprised at what comes out, and I immediately feel better. Start looking at the ways that you serve, and ask also, how does life serve me? What gifts has life given me? How do I serve life with these gifts? And so many of you have served here already. Look at that. Again, I said this last Sunday, but again, this is not just a can of trail camp beans. Wow, I've never seen, okay. Anyway, I've never, yeah, the smell. Yeah, it's food for a family. And somebody went through the trouble of adding that to their grocery cart, bringing it here, and there is no big or small in the infinite. in big and small are relative terms. There is no big or small in the absolute. So whoever brought in these trail camp beans or the corn or the pineapple chunks or all of these beautiful things, that is serving. That is service. You were given gifts that allowed you to go forth and bring these things in that will serve so many people. And that's a beautiful thing, and you've already done it. The other thing too is to acknowledge the idea that your service matters. It's so funny, I was thinking about this, and I said this several weeks ago, last time the choir sang, as a matter of fact. And I remember talking about how it was so exciting for me to sing with the choir. I hadn't done it for a while. And I got up there and I sang, and I really, worked to blend and put my consonants in the right place and sing on a vowel that would sound good and all this stuff that I do because of what I've done in the past. And I remember saying, I did it. I don't know if it really mattered to anybody. And I realized almost immediately after I said it, when I got home, I was thinking about it. And you see how my denial of my gift in the choir diminishes the gift that the choir is giving? And don't we love the choir? Just say yes, we love the choir. Yeah. Because if my gift to the choir doesn't matter, then their gift to the choir doesn't matter. And we know that that's a big old stinking lie, right? We love the choir. The choir not only serves our congregation, but they serve one another in the camaraderie that they share in bringing music to life in this beautiful spiritual center. So there was a casting call. People were lining up, and they were saying, "Oh, you know what? I think Terry should sing, and Terry's going to sing." And I'm talking about the cosmic casting call. Spirit selected each of these people to sing and lend their voice to the choir, and we are so grateful that they are there doing what they do. So I appreciate all of you so much. Denying the gifts that we bring, here's the main point again, denying the gifts that we bring denies the gifts of others. So let us celebrate the gifts that we bring that have been given to us by Spirit, and also celebrate the gifts of others. That is more of that reciprocity that I'm talking about. Again, we do not need to worry about the magnitude of our service. Bill provided us with a beautiful example of that. He rose above the need to please his brother and went and spoke to the need to catch up with his brother, and went and spoke to this man. And again, his speaking with that man and the way the conversation went, I truly believe that was God ordained. God told Bill to stop and go talk to the man so that this man could experience this moment with him, give thanks, release his pain, and so then it could ripple here into this center where we could experience the principle of oneness. Because what Bill did blessed that man, what that man did blessed Bill, and what they both did blessed all of us. So again, this is magic, and we can participate in that magic. We can have that rich and rewarding experience when we ask, what makes me come alive, and then go and do that, and then share our song, whatever that is, whatever that might be. It might look like approaching somebody with kindness. It might look like bringing in a can of beans or chocolate pudding or something. It might look like whatever it is for you. You are uniquely made. You are divinely ordained to do what you do with grace and kindness and wonder. Not only wonder at the experience of serving, but also the wonder of the gifts that have been given to you, and the wonder of circulation, what it is like to circulate. Remember, souls were lining up to be you, and you are here now. It is our sacred duty to share our joy. There's the choir. Oh, I forgot to click my slides. Bill serves life as life serves Bill Seal. Let me show you the choir picture again, too. I'll just back up a sec. Come on, Stinky. Okay, there you go. Look, aren't they beautiful? Yeah, that's right. Okay, there's the choir. There's Bill Seal. And let us do our closing affirmation together. Please say with me right here and right now. Life serves unique gifts. I serve life with unique gifts. Our shared service offers a rich and rewarding experience for all. And so it is. Thank you so much, everybody. Let's go forth in service. Thank you. And so trusting and knowing this power, this one power, this life that is God, that is perfect, that is such a blessing, that lined up to be each of us. We connect with that life right here and right now, and we call it our own as it calls us its own. How wonderful it is to know that great gifts have been implanted in each of us. How wonderful it is to deepen in the faith of that, to know that, to believe it, that each and every person here has something to offer. And if we don't know it for ourselves, we'll trust that somebody else knows it for us. I know it for every single person sitting in this sanctuary, honestly, every single person on the planet and beyond. How good it is to know this, how good it is to trust this, and to allow it to lead us forth into paths of deeper circulation, deeper giving, deeper receiving, and that rich and remarkable experience. So everyone here is blessed, everyone here is a blessing, and we go forth and we live like that truth is true. I'm so grateful for this sacred time together, so grateful for circulation, so grateful for these spiritual principles that we teach here, so grateful for all paths to God, churches, synagogues, temples, mosques, ashrams, fundamentalists, atheists, all paths, and with a heart that is so filled with gratitude because we are so blessed already. Let us together release the word into the divine mystery and say, and so it is. Thank you.
Thank you, Bonnie.
My pleasure. Thank you.
What a demonstration of gracious giving right from the beginning.
Yeah, right?
And I can look out and see so many gracious givers. And it's really cool when we come together and we're amplified. And I think like our beautiful display, I mean, the person who picked up the stovetop stuffing was just knowing that someone would bring the gravy.
All right.
I love that. And see, like there's divine intervention in the grocery store or in Lowe's. It just doesn't happen here. We take it out into the world. So the next time you're putting the stovetop stuffing in your grocery cart, just know someone else is picking up the gravy.
Oh, cool.
How about that?
Yeah, love it.
So it's just a great opportunity to know that your gifts are not small, that when we come together, they can be amplified, and that we can have a bountiful, beautiful offering to our friends and family. So this morning, in that spirit of gratitude and gracious giving, I invite you to say the offering prayer with me. We trust in spirit. Love is the giver and receiver of all that we are. We offer these gifts. They are an outer expression of our inner abundance and compassion. Our gifts bless many and return to us multiplied in miraculous ways so that we may give again. And so it is.
Thank you, Bonnie.
Good morning. It would be enough to me to help someone in pain. It would be enough to me, God's love within me to reign. It would be enough to me, God's love would never depart. It would be enough to me to give thanks from the heart. Oh, my heart and soul give thanks 1,000 times and more, and 1,000 times again God's blessings pour out by the score. God's love knows no boundaries, so to all my love shall flow. God's love reigns within my heart. I thank God it is so. God of radiant love and grace, with peace beyond all strife, you give grace to see and be, your hand in every life. depart, that your love may flow through me. I give thanks from the heart. I give thanks from the heart. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, David. So lovely. Let's see. A few more announcements. Maybe. My tissue from earlier. All right, so let's see what we have. All right, everything I'm going to say is once again on our website at www.venturacsl.org. So if you missed something or want to remember something, just check out our website. Next Thursday, November 23rd, the Ventura Interfaith Ministry. Sunday. What did I say? Thursday? Next Sunday, November 23rd, at Basilica, the Interfaith Thanksgiving service will be held, and the proceeds from the service go to the Ventura Homeless Prevention Fund. And there's also a big pie extravaganza afterwards. You'll hear our choir. Our choir is singing, and Reverend Bonnie is going to be one of the featured speakers. So it's going to be amazing next Sunday. Sunday. All right. The Sunday after that is November 30th, and we do our annual pajama day because everybody's going to be full of pie and everything else from the holiday week. So please just roll on out of bed, get yourself down here to the center, and show off all your new jammies for the holiday season. Also, I would like to start the sanctuary decorating for Christmas that same day. So, you're already in your comfy clothes. So, if you would like to help, let's do some sanctuary decor. And if any of you have really good ideas of what you would like to see for decorations, please come let me know, and we'll do that after service on November 30th. Now we're all the way into December. This year is like, December is already right around the corner. So Sunday, December 14th, we have the amazing Hiroya Tsukamoto. He does a guitar, finger style guitar. He's so talented. His concerts are beautiful. You'll love it. You don't want to miss it. So that is going to be a matinee Sunday, December 14th, again after service, and the price is $15. If you'd like to buy tickets for that, you can do it online with that cool QR code right there. And if you are here and you want to buy tickets, you can go see Kathy in the bookstore. She has a little tab on our bookstore, and she can get you a ticket for that. Also in December, we have a Wednesday, December 17th. The Red Cross is doing their blood drive. We do these occasionally. It's going to be down in Martha's Hall. You can use that QR code, or you can go to redcross.com and schedule your appointment to donate blood. All the blood is needed, and it makes a big difference in the world. After service today, we have hospitality behind these doors in the social hall. Of course, if you're at home, you have hospitality right there probably already. But we have coffee, tea, cookies, hummus, I think. I don't know. There's all sorts of stuff. Go check it out. I don't know why that's going. Probably because I'm talking with my hands. And we have coffee, all the stuff in there. So go check it out. If you would like to start bringing food to donate, go ahead and bring it, and somebody will run it back there. So and now we have. After service, if you would like prayer with a practitioner, the practitioners have white stoles. If you want to anchor into a rich and rewarding experience, or anything else that might have come up during the service, please talk to one of the practitioners. They would love to help you anchor into that. What does that keep going? All right. And then today was the last day for food. We have a lot of food behind here too. And Gail, like Reverend Bonnie had mentioned, is here. She's going to load up her car today. So if any of you want to help I hope it all fits. But we're gonna Tetris her car, and we're gonna get all of this in her car. So if you're inclined, could you please help Gail? Stand up, Gail. Wave, everybody. There's Gail. Please, let's get all of this food loaded up. But before we do that, I just like to do something. So if everybody just takes a deep breath, and I just want everybody to imagine that this food is going out into our community, so we're going to just bless it on its way. So everybody, can you repeat after me? To all of the people that are receiving this gift, we bless you. We love you. We believe in you. You are the face of God. And so it is. Thank you, everybody. And we're going to, everybody stand up. We're going to close with our closing affirmation. Taking a deep breath in. I am held in Spirit's holiness, divinely guided by wisdom, courage, and love. I am always connected. I am love. I share love. I serve love. Thank you for my life. And so it is. And so it is.